All right, boys, we are back with Mackenzie Shirilla Exposed. We're going to watch this. We're going to react to it. I have been following this case, as I think everybody in the entire world, as I've watched pretty much every single video that has come out. I watched the Netflix documentary, and some things I just want to say to get started here. I'm probably going to get some heat for this. The whole weed comment, like the Mary Jane comment that her father made, I wouldn't want my kids to smoke. I wouldn't be fine with my kids smoking Mary Jane. I wouldn't want my kids doing any type of drugs or anything.
When you showed me up, you put some of the stuffing in the wrong places, so I'm a little fucked up.
But being someone who's been an addict, who was an addict for most of my life and got into very hardcore substances, like Betty, heroin, like the strongest substances, Mary Jane does not even, it's not even close, okay? I personally think the attack on her father for that comment, it's a little too harsh, okay? I know you may not like that take, but listen, were they the best parents? No. Is anybody the best parents? No, absolutely not. Every parent makes a mistake here and there, but they were letting her run wild, okay? They should have had this girl on a leash, okay? This girl was a wild animal.
What you doing with it?
That little girl's mouth.
Pretty clear. She was also nuts. You know those girls, boys, where like they're pretty good looking, but they're nuts, all right? There's like a whole scale to this, right? Where it's like she's a 10, but she's psychotic, like she's nuts.
This is your no-go zone.
Nuts. It's a real thing, okay? We've all been around them. We've all witnessed them. Some of us had relationships with them, okay? And during those relationships, we've lost laptops, phones, all kinds of stuff because they go off the wall and they just start breaking our stuff. I think that's the type of girl Mackenzie is, right? She's one of those wild ones, obviously. And I also want to start off this video by saying I can't imagine losing a child and then having it go this big on the internet. Like, in a way, it's kind of honoring. More people have seen it. More people are sending their love and prayers to their family, which I am. They are in my prayers 100%, and I want nothing but the best for the family, okay? So I just wanted to start off this video by saying that. I know what I said about the weird thing and Mackenzie's father, it's not going to be loved, but like, that's just my take on it. I think they've been getting absolutely ripped on, which I can understand, but it's the internet. I don't know. I don't want to say I feel bad for him, okay? But like, it's probably hard for them to leave their house, dude. Like, the guy got fired. I don't know what her mom does, which, by the way, her mom should have never said anything in court.
What was the other thing?
I'm hearing an awful lot about your daughter. I'm not hearing very much about the two dead people.
Dominic, okay, I'm asking you for a leniency because this was a tragic accident that she does not remember. And Davion, he's a new friend. And I'm so sorry.
What does that mean? His life is worthless?
No. Okay. God, no, not at all. They all loved each other. They all spent every day together. You know what I mean? I don't know
and
too much for him.
Isn't that part of the problem, Mrs. Shirilla?
Sorry?
Isn't that part of the problem, that they all trusted each other? Isn't that part of...
It's not a problem at all. It was wonderful.
It's a problem how they all ended up in the car together and two of them ended up dead.
I understand. I understand what it looks like. I'm saying that it was a tragic accident. She would never.
But we're going to have to disagree on that.
I understand.
Right. And I respect your position, but you disagree with me.
I understand. But anyway, that's it. I just wanted to address those. We told her to go to those things, and then she did go with Dom's family. So look at that. Don't look at it with the... Look on that with different eyes if you can, please.
Those things are not relevant.
Not at all. Not at all. No. Not at all. But she's a good, if you would have a moment, all you would need is 5 minutes of a conversation to have with her to learn who she is. just that you would just need 5 minutes to learn who she is and what she's capable of not doing and doing, and you would see for yourself. That's all. I'm so sorry, guys.
Thank you.
I'm sorry.
I get pleading your daughter's innocence, okay? Like when you have children, you love nothing more than that child and you want the best for the child and you will always probably believe that child and you will never want something like this to be true about your child. But I think she just went about it way wrong, okay? I think she's just not all there. How would you be in your right mind? How would you be clear-headed, right? This is a terrible thing that just happened. Your child's involved. Your child is looking at going to prison for possibly the rest of her life. The media has blown this up. It's all over the internet. It's viral. Everyone's talking about it, talking about your daughter, not saying very nice things, and frankly everything kind of doesn't look good for her daughter. So at the end of the day, they're her parents. They're going to defend her. I think every parent would defend their child. Obviously, I think as a parent you'd want to know the truth. You'd want your child to be truthful, but going viral, right? Like this thing blew up, guys. So like you got to think about it that way too. Like to have all of a sudden you're on TV, you're getting interviewed, you're on the news, you're on YouTube, everywhere, and everybody's judging every single word you say. Like it's tough, you know? Like it's not like they prepared for this. It's not like they prepared for this at all, her parents. So just to give them the benefit of the doubt, her the benefit of the doubt, it's her mom. She definitely has the right, and I would expect my parents to get up in court and talk on my behalf, you know? But I think she just didn't prepare or wasn't really thinking, and I can understand that. I mean, this is a crazy situation to find yourself in. So I just wanted to add that in here. Let's get into the video.
Shining rainbows. It takes a very mentally tough person to be able to get through something like that.
What is it really like inside the Ohio women's prison where convicted double murderer Mackenzie Shirilla is going to spend at least the next 10 years of her life, maybe even more?
That's Dominic on the right and Davion on the left.
We are getting inside information from a former inmate on everything from the rules Shirilla has reportedly been caught breaking to the privileges she may be getting behind bars. Welcome to Sidebar, presented by Law and Crime. I'm Jesse Weber. Everybody loves a self-made success story, but John Morgan says that is not how real life works. The great John Morgan, everybody. In his new book, Life is Luck, the founder of Morgan & Morgan gets real.
That's probably a good book.
That luck plays in
I would buy that.
To recognize opportunity.
Morgan & Morgan, dude, big.
That seed was just lucky.
From delivering
I swear he's on every crime channel is has Morgan & Morgan ads.
It's a how-to book to approach life, luck, and ultimately success.
This isn't another billionaire memoir full of cheap
Life
advice.
is Luck.
It's honest.
It's a good cover.
Packed with lessons on turning
Paperboy
and bad luck into something bigger. So I hope people read it. I hope people appreciate it. Buy Life is Luck now on Amazon at forthepeople.com/lifeisluck. So we've been talking about Mackenzie Shirilla a lot lately. She's been in the headlines after Netflix dropped
That's the Netflix
Crash documentary, brought all this renewed interest, attention into the deadly crash that Shirilla was convicted of intentionally causing. July 2022, the then 17-year-old slammed her car into the side of a brick building in Strongsville, Ohio, destroying the vehicle, killing the two passengers, her boyfriend, 20-year-old Dominic Russo, and their friend, 19-year-old Davion Flanagan.
Look at that car, dude. Holy. Oh my Lord, dude, this is the passenger side. Oh my gosh, I feel so bad for Dom and Davion. Like, I can't even imagine the fear. Like, I think they said that it was clear that one of them had tried to maybe grab the steering wheel or like stop Mackenzie. I can't even imagine those final moments, man. If they were awake and if they were aware and seeing this. Because you think about it, they had to be, I would think, asleep or something, right? Like it was really early in the morning. They were probably up late. They were hanging out with friends. So they were probably sleeping. And woke up maybe a little bit, like a couple seconds, 10 seconds maybe before they hit the wall, or maybe they were awake and they were yelling at her, telling her to stop, but she was just flying. And then finally they were like, holy cow, we're about to hit this wall. So like they grabbed, like, I can't imagine the fear. And again, this is just me thinking about what could have went on, what could have happened in that car, what it was like. Okay, none of that has been proven, what I just said.
Incredibly, told investigators that she must have blacked out because she had no memory of what happened to them.
I'm trying to think. So the blackout claim, right? They're saying there's no way that she could have blacked out from POTS. And actually, I know what POTS is. I had a good friend in middle school who had POTS, and like they would sleep like all the time, like for a ton of time, like for days, they would sleep sometimes. I don't remember, like they knew when it was coming on, like when they needed to rest or when they were going to pass out. So then during school, they would go to the security office and like the security lady or whatever would let them sit down and they could rest in there. But they like knew when it was coming on. It wasn't like just like bam, like blackout. But I think the whole blackout defense really got thrown out because they were like, if she blacked out, then her foot would have been pushing the pedal like all the way down, right? Like, because if you black out, like you're not gonna be forcing your foot, like your foot's gonna slowly come off of the pedal.
To this day, she says she doesn't.
And there was no braking.
The scene left responding officers nearly speechless.
Radio, we got at least 2 occupants in here. Going forward.
Recording. Mounted. Wi-Fi connected.
I can't imagine seeing this. Like, these cops, this sticks with you, man.
3 guys. Radio, 3 out.
I'm sure these cops are not the same after this. So it affects more than just the families. It affects everyone involved, guys. People at the hospital, the nurses, would shout out them, shout out the doctors, everyone who helped, did what they could, man. Dude, that car is wrecked. I was gonna say something too, like they were trying to break out her windows.
Who's in here?
And I feel like it took a really long time. Like they couldn't break it. Like whatever windows, there's a Toyota Camry, right?
Breathing, unconscious.
Those windows are legit.
I copy.
Radio, they're gonna need full extraction at all 3. Come here.
They had to use the jaws of life to get her out of the car.
You need a knife?
I copy.
You need a knife? Here.
I'm pretty sure the cop says it in this, like, when he first gets to the car, he's like, this is going to change the whole department. Like, the lives
has maintained her innocence.
of the police officers are going to be changed. Like, he basically said that.
This is where prosecutors laid out a timeline of her toxic relationship with Dom.
See, okay, look. I'm going to make this full screen. I keep forgetting to do that. I'm sorry, guys. Good thing it's only like 3 minutes into the video. But anyway, so they hit this sign right here on the right, okay? You can see my cursor, right? She was flying here, like from this view, this looks crazy that she was able at that speed to go, unless she like came from over here, right? Like this just seems, oh, well, there's rocks here, tree there. Like, why didn't she just like this way? Why did she that way? Unless Dom or Davion did try to move the car, like stop her, because that angle at 100 miles per hour, dude, that's hard. And they clipped the sign and then they hit the wall.
5 o'clock in the morning, Mackenzie was driving, Davion Flanagan was in the back seat, and Dominic Russo was in the passenger seat. She uses her blinker, she slows before the turn.
58, 59 seconds later, this car like a missile.
her apparent pre-planning of the crash, bolstered by a visit to
Oh
the
yeah, she
site
planned it
before what seemed like a complete lack of
I'm
remorse.
surprised this wasn't like
Text messages
premeditated,
and on
like
social media,
potentially first-degree
after
murder.
the wreck, the physical
Or it was.
evidence about the accelerator in the car and how there was no malfunction.
I forget.
And how her foot never hit the brake.
They'll probably
An
say
Ohio
it.
judge ultimately found her guilty on a whole litany of charges, including murder. And at sentencing, the judge explained her reasoning for the punishment that she handed down.
There's a very good likelihood, Mackenzie, that you will spend the rest of your life in prison. That won't be up to me. That will be up to the parole board, and that will be up to you to a great extent.
He looks so much
I
different.
understand that the pain in this room wants me to impose the harshest sentence, but I don't believe that would be the appropriate sentence, because I do believe that Mackenzie will not be out in 15 years.
Here's the
So she's
sentencing.
sentenced on count 2, the murder of Davion Flanagan, 15 years to life. She's sentenced on count 1, the murder of Dominic Russo.
So was it first-degree
15
murder?
years to life, to be served concurrent to each other, with credit for time served.
So what happened? Shirilla was shipped off to the Ohio Reformatory for Women, Marysville, Ohio.
I'm just gonna say it. If it was a guy, they would have got a harsher sentence. Guys do get harsher sentences. They do.
It's a prison that first opened more.
Dude, that looks like a fucking where rich people go and stuff. You know, they hang out. They got a pool and everything, tennis courts and shit. What is that called? A country club. That literally looks like a country club, dude. What are we talking about here?
Than 100 years ago can house 2,000 inmates, and that is where Shirilla was.
Maybe this is
when
just a
she
good
sat
picture.
down for her first on-camera interview with the Netflix documentary film. And on her life behind bars, she said, "It's really hard every day in here. I try to wake up and be the best person I can."
He looks
be
so
every day.
different
Stay out of
from
trouble. There's not a moment that doesn't pass where I don't think
when she
about
first
Mom
got
and
arrested
Davion.
and before she got
Her short
arrested.
time in Marysville so far hasn't been without controversy.
From when she looks
because
now.
we got a hold of her prison record, which gives us some insight
Like,
into
she looks
the apparent trouble
different here
she's been accused of causing. See, in May of
to now.
2024, Shirilla apparently got in
Since she's
trouble
been in
for
jail.
apparently being in
Which
the
makes
wrong
sense.
place at the wrong time. Corrections officer wrote, on the above date and approximate time of 11:40 p.m., inmate Shirilla,
I think maybe she's gained a little weight.
was seen in the second floor day room talking to her tablet. This is the second incident that I, Officer Bryce, was conducting my random bed searches. During my search on inmate Shirilla, I found 2 pair of altered state pants, a fan with the name.
The weird
number
part about this
crossed out, and
charge
Shirilla written
is the 4
on the
nude
same
magazine
side, and
pictures.
4 nude
Like, what are we talking
magazine
about?
Pictures. For this, I will be charging.
We talking
her
about
with a
naked girls, guys. What are we talking?
Possession of another inmate's property and a 12.7
And then there's another one
of contraband. And according to the prison doc, Shirilla told the staff, quote, I did have the fan and pants, was turned.
There's another one where
and I was
one of the
charged.
other prisoners, one of the other
Shirilla lost
girls who was in
access
there,
for 30 days for
had
that
her
one.
pants
She was
on
cited multiple
Kenzie's
times for apparently wearing
buttocks.
clothing that had been altered or was being worn
The altered
incorrectly.
clothing
This
stuff is
report
just
from
like,
April 2025
it is what it
stood out
is.
because It says, quote, I approached IP Shirilla
Kinda
while
just
she was
stupid.
in case restroom. IP Shirilla unzipped her hoodie and her state shirt was completely in. Now Shirilla denies IP had her on this IP.
Here we go.
And then you have this, August 2025, there was another incident, this one involving claims of sexual activity. A conduct report states IP had her hands in
This is the one.
Shirilla's pants in her buttocks region. Now Shirilla,
Like, look, it's cool if you're bisexual, Kens. Just let us know.
Can your vagina be too wet?
denied this happened, reportedly saying, I did not allow her to touch me, and I have never had a sex ticket, and this is not me.
A sex
I don't do
ticket.
that kind of stuff. By the way, you can check out all of Shirilla's apparent misconduct
The red
reports
card.
right now on the Long Crime Plus app. We have a whole case file on Mackenzie
I'm actually
Shirilla.
going to download that app.
Everything in there from the police body cam, the evidence photos, the incident reports, the jail phone calls.
Long Crime's legit. Jesse Weber
Now,
legit.
We wanted to know what life is really like in this facility, in prison for Mackenzie Shirilla. So I had the chance to speak with a former
place looks
inmate
nice.
of the Ohio Reformatory for Women, Jess Dennison. And her videos have gone viral since the crash premiered on Netflix because she's revealing behind-the-scenes details about life at this women's prison. And I will tell you, Jess's story is unique.
Wait a second.
She told us that she was
Long
an advanced
Crime
science
Plus.
and chemistry student in high school. She ended up.
It only has
in senior service to support
368
her drug
ratings.
habit. She was sentenced to spend 3 years at the Marysville prison. It just the age of 19
4.2
for illegal manufacture of drugs. She was granted
I'm not
early
downloading
release.
this.
She relapsed. She went back and just told us that she was the first.
That's a shame. That's actually crazy. I can't believe law and crime
of a GED at this prison.
As big as they are, like their app would not be good unless this is like a not the one. Or TV, true crime podcast. Bro, look at this. Law and Crime Plus. You see that? And the reviews, not good. And that's like all of them. All of them are like 1 star. Waste of money? Like what? I'm surprised about that, dude. Law and Crime's big. Obviously. What do they have? 8 million subscribers? Yeah, basically.
She says she's now been clean and sober for 8 years. It's a remarkable
Congratulations. That's awesome.
Shirilla's case,
that's a long time.
Back in the headlines.
It's hard.
Jess has posted videos to social media talking about her time behind bars and answering
I'm sober, by the way, boys.
questions they may have. So
stay sober.
To speak to her.
It's worth it.
Look. All right, time to bring in Jess Dennison, talk more about this. Jess, thank you so much for taking the time. You were at Ohio Reformatory. For how long were you there for?
About 7.5 years across 3 trips as a very young adult.
And
that's some time.
To be also clear, you had no interaction with Mackenzie Shirilla. This was after you.
No. Nope, I was there before she even hit middle school.
Okay. I really want to.
When exactly did this happen?
You know, what it's like there, what her life is like. Just generally speaking.
She was born 2004.
About this facility.
17 years old at the time of the crash.
About it.
Yeah, so there's
She's 21 currently.
Mentality of a women's prison. It's a lot different than a men's prison. It's not nearly
you're not
as
kidding.
violent. You get a lot more of the high school drama there. So while
that's crazy.
She's not dealing so much with the consequences of her actions on a violent playing field like the men would, as being
eligible for parole October
a couple of kids
2037.
In the men's prison, she would face a lot more accountability for that.
She was found guilty in August 2023.
A very popular girl right now, unfortunately.
And that's interesting because you would imagine popularity, celebrity status. I have to imagine she's like the most well-known inmate right there. In other facilities, that might be a danger. Here, not so much.
Correct. That's right. So unfortunately, in the women's prison, especially in Ohio Reformatory for women, this brings a lot of notoriety to you. Her popularity has shot up significantly because everyone on the compound is calling home to their family, and their family is giving them information on this crash documentary. So everyone wants to know.
Doesn't that put you in danger in like a men's prison? Like if you have notoriety and stuff, like that puts you in danger. Where here in the women's prison, like she's getting like praised.
Oh, who she is, talk to her, and be able to say, I was in prison with her.
Was it strange for you to see them filming a documentary at the Ohio Reformatory? I mean, have you ever seen anything?
Yeah.
She's a pretty girl too.
Yes. So a couple of times, there's a few times Kim Kardashian came in and worked with some of the girls to get early releases.
That's wild.
So documentaries aren't strange there.
She was saying on a phone call with her mom, Mackenzie was, that she was going to try to get Kim Kardashian to help. I can't, dog. She's serving her full sentence 100%. She ain't getting out of this. No way. Her defense is crap too. Honestly, her lawyer apparently was like this really legit lawyer, but when I was watching the court videos, they weren't that long, but like I saw clips, he didn't really do much in my opinion.
But what is strange is them filming them and then leaving the person in the documentary.
Didn't she file? Her appeal got denied, I think.
Just out in general population for everyone to go hang out with after. That is different.
Explain to me why that's an issue.
So what it's going to bring is everyone around her. And while her personality is a lot in there, it's going to bring a lot more towards her.
Yeah, apparently she's like stunting in there.
It's you can get sweatsuits, hair straighteners, blow dryers, curling irons, makeup.
They can get all this in prison.
Most of that is to make the women feel a little bit more normal in there. But you're going to see the prison programs versus the consumerism making its way into private prison contracts, which is what those boxes are. They're outside companies are pushing as much as the prison will let them sell in there. And it's only a small amount of things, but for an inmate, it's a lot. So the
iPads?
They're interesting. And again, it comes back to that.
I don't even have an iPad in my house.
These women focusing on each other.
I did. iPads are actually cool.
Private
I feel like they're just something that like you want. Like they're just cool. They're a big iPhone. That's what they are.
Personally, the fact that she has just never said what happened that night. She claims the fact that she can't remember. The parole board will not accept that.
Yeah. Everything good is built on truth and justice, boys. Remember that.
For what you did, and she is not doing any of that right now. And the first 5 years are the most important to the parole board.
That's her lawyer.
She needs work. She needs rehab. She needs cognitive behavioral therapy. And that doesn't start until she realizes that she single-handedly is responsible for this.
And this facility provides the help if you want it?
Oh, hundreds and hundreds of incredible programs.
I mean, that's great. I'm glad to hear that. But like, does that exist in any men's prison?
Your own programming. You can sign up for whatever.
Is she in a prison?
I got
or it's a reformatory,
right? 2 college degrees, and I was the first female in the state of Ohio to get my high school diploma instead of my GED. She has every diploma and 2 college degrees, and I was the first female in the state of Ohio to get my high.
In the state of Ohio, or like in the jail system? Because if we're talking the state, the entire state of Ohio. Ladies, what are we doing?
You stupid. School diploma instead of my GED. She has every opportunity to come out with no student debt. You spend most of your time in there listening to, for perspective, it is 300 women in an open dorm.
Oh my God!
Just 150
Holy.
Thrown in a warehouse. And there's
Sounds
8
terrible.
to 10 of them on the whole compound. So you're listening to women screaming at the top of their lungs over nothing.
I think, by the way, just a little thought. I think they were probably selling some Mary Jane. That's just me. Wasn't some of the first videos that came out about this, wasn't Mackenzie like doing OnlyFans or something, or like going on dates with guys, or wasn't there something like that?
Over phone lines, because people are calling next from across the dorm at count time. You are waiting in a 300-person line for microwaves. So you could have all these luxuries. You can go shopping at Walmart essentially and have a whole grocery bag under your bed. But if you can't get in the one microwave for 300 women, it doesn't matter. So all of these things, you don't have your freedom. You can go out the door when you want, but they still tell you when you can and cannot shower. They tell you when you can and cannot get up and go to
Ladies,
bed. And
listen, the eyelashes, stop. Take them off, okay? They don't look good. Nobody likes them. The guys don't like them. These fake nails, chop them off, dude. What are we doing? I'm not just talking about Mackenzie here. I'm talking about all ladies. We don't like it, man. True natural beauty. That's what we're looking for. All right, boys. Peace.